Oh no.
What, too
All
far?
right. Good uh, evening, everybody. Welcome to the Midnight Show. Today we're filmed live from a dumpster behind a strip club in Baltimore. Across from me are two rats, three cats, a goddamn stray dog, and two guys getting blown by hookers. Oh
Was that
God, he
English?
started with the memes. Today we have our first official, booked uh, guest. But I'm gonna introduce my co-host first. How you doing, Angela?
I'm doing all right. If I could actually breathe well.
Yeah,
I'm
allergies
sorry
are
to
a
hear.
bitch.
If you lived in a state where pollen wasn't a thing, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, those
The
places
one,
are usually really cold, and I'd just be laying in a heap of pain on the floor.
would that be considered a
That's
state
kind
of
of true too.
confusion?
I'm sorry, what, Ben?
I guess. Hmm?
If you lived in a state that didn't have pollen, would that be a state of confusion?
No, that'd be a state of denial.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, as always, we have Rotncorpse. What up, Rotten?
Oh, not too much. I got to get ramen today, and not just couple ramen. There's a place in Grand Rapids that makes actual ramen, so
Ooh,
I'm happy.
there's a ramen shop. There's a ramen shop in my city I have yet to go to. I might hit it up at some point.
Worst thing's
Next
gonna
to
happen is you're
being
not gonna
be
like it.
introduced, probably. We have the king of the assholes himself, James Colley. How you doing, James?
Great, wonderful, and just lovely. Did you enjoy your song?
Yeah. What song?
The song that I told you to check out. Because we're talking about Uncle
Oh,
Ruckus.
God damn it! I did not check. Put it inside chat, private chat, and I'll check it out.
Just send
Okay.
it. Just send it in the regular Discord link we're all in.
Yeah,
All
send it to the
right.
regulars. Hey, Mr. Dax, and our first official guest. Hey, Carrybot, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you guys?
Oh,
Glad you're
too bad.
here.
Yeah,
Going through
only
pictures.
third episode I get an official guest. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to let him touch your Pikachu in order to get him here.
I had to promise. I had to promise I'd lose. I'd try harder on Pokemon Showdown to get him to come.
Yeah. You've won a few games. It's not like I win all the time.
Yeah, I mean, since that site you showed me, and knowing how you play, I kind of play you. Like, what are you
Yeah.
going to do?
Yeah, that's what you're meant to be doing. That's good.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll be like, he's going to switch. All right, got to preempt him, and you don't switch, and that pisses me off.
Well, I mean, a lot of it is playing the odds. Like there was one time where you switched to something, and then like my attack like killed you in one hit. But the thing is, even if you hadn't switched, that attack would have killed the Pokemon that was in either way. So even if you
Yeah.
like whether you switched or not, you were going to lose something. So it was just a matter of which move covers the
What
most
I'm going to
options.
lose.
Basically.
Yeah. What was the easiest? What was the sacrificial lamb in that scenario?
So that was I believe you had Clefable as the active Pokemon, and then you
Oh
switched
no, I was
to
saying in general.
then you switched to Magneton because you wanted to trap my my something. I can't remember who I was using, but then I used Earthquake and took it out. Oh, my Doug Trio.
I know you're talking about.
He's just like, I'm an
Yeah,
earthquake on
I
you,
was hoping
bitches.
Earthquake is a cheap ass move, but it is part of the meta.
Yeah, Earthquake is good, but I mean, flying types exist. It's just like it's good because it's
Yeah, but
got a
see,
workaround.
but so many other Pokemon have, no earthquake. Like a lot of your Pokemon, no earthquake, and then you got that fucking sock. That cheap ass fucking sock.
Sork is there for a reason. He does his job. He does it well. It's
Yeah,
funny
he does
because
it good.
Sork is actually a pretty bad Pokemon. It's just that he does one job, and it's a job I need done. So he fits onto my teams very well.
Yeah. That's something I wanted to just pose before we get to reading the stuff the stupidity, and I can't quite remember it. Old age.
Old age.
Fuck.
You're the youngest fucker here.
No, unless, how old's Terry again?
I am. Let's see. I'm 42.
Okay, then it's not him. I'm the youngest fucker here. Because Terry's got me by a few months.
Only by a few months.
Oh, okay.
Just by a few months.
Yeah, I'm like 2-3 months older than Johnny.
Okay.
Uh,
And I am
Yeah.
44.
104,
Oh.
you say?
44.
Close enough.
104. Got it.
Yeah.
It was something in the news. Oh man.
Trumps. The rest.
That we can talk about that really quick before we start. Yeah. So what are your opinions on that?
I think it's retarded.
I mean, if statute of limitations don't mean a fuck anymore, here, Hillary.
Yeah.
Daddy got something he want to talk to you about.
I keep saying this since every time that Peter brings it up on his chat that we have a nobility class. We just don't have the titles of nobility. Like it's clear that there is a ruling class. It's just that they don't hold, Duke and King and shit like that.
Yeah. It's less explicit. They don't like come out and call themselves the ruling class because they
royalty.
know it wouldn't play well.
Yeah, but it's clear that they can do no wrong. Like,
Yeah.
and then shit that people will cover for them. Take the fall.
The whole Epstein situation is proof. I mean, anyone like a regular person did anything like what Epstein did, they'd be in jail forever. But Epstein, he was friends with the right people, and so,
Yeah,
I mean, sure, he
has-
died because he was, compromising their situation. But I mean,
Normal
no one on his passenger list got named.
Normal people don't have the money that you need to do what Epstein did.
Oh, yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Like, and no one can tell me that
He wasn't an evil person.
Clinton, a certain person named Clinton, didn't have him assassinated.
I don't necessarily think it was the Clintons, but I would say it's definitely somebody on the list.
I also don't think it was the Clintons. You can take the red dot off my forehead now, please.
Yeah, right?
yeah, I take it back. Wait a minute.
I'm not sad. Thanks.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not sad at all. I'm very happy.
I
But you
figured
know
you'd
what
be
I
doing the
realized?
Jesse Smollett. I am not suicidal while you hold up the power fist.
But you know what I realized? if any Republican was on that list, if Trump was on that list, they'd have plastered it all over the world.
Oh, of course.
They tried putting him to it so often, it was ridiculous.
I was going to say, they tried to say that he was involved.
Because they were like, oh, here's
Okay.
a picture of him with it.
Yeah, but he publicly had a falling out with him.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because
And that's what saved his ass.
God damn it, I forget the shield. Shit. Let me share the strings.
I probably should have done that, but not gonna lie, I'm also kind of playing some Far Cry at the moment.
Yeah.
Understandable.
You're playing Far Cry, and I'm playing Gymcraft.
But yeah, if they'd have had anything that could implicate him, they'd have implicated him.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have fucking missed a beat if they could have.
Exactly. They'd have threw everybody possible underneath that bus so fucking quick.
They'd have broke down the goddamn
Look,
of everything they could.
If someone sneezes and Trump doesn't say bless you, they're trying to arrest the guy. Like, they hate him that much.
Yeah. I love the Dogma reference.
But and it gets worse. It truly gets worse when you can clearly see the animosity because he wasn't supposed to win. P-Dog's channel, Gunsky doesn't have one. Let me share it to Frosted's and Hellcats.
Did you remember to share with Bofa?
Oh,
Huh?
shut up, James.
Nah, but he made sure he shared D's.
Oh.
What are these nuts?
Dude, we got a guy that I work with whose name is D, and basically we said that he should actually freaking start a company just selling nuts and be like, oh, you want some of D's nuts?
Oh, that's already been done.
Probably, but we should say he should do it in his own, like just have it in his pocket. Just fuck with our own coworkers, because why the hell not?
Hey, want some of these? These what? These is nuts.
Oh.
I grew my own pecans. Here, have some.
But Angela, you never seen Lady Demetress? You never seen the Dami Mommy?
No.
I forgot what her name was, but yes, I'm familiar with the giant vampire lady.
Oh no, I'm talking to Angela. Angela, I'm pretty sure she said she never seen her. I'm about to pick up a very tasteful picture. Not nothing explicit. Something that gives you a really good
booty, rocking everywhere.
Oh.
Just search for Rule 34 on the internet, and
nope, we're not
you'll get all the pictures that you could ever hope for.
I'm okay with not.
I'm not going to go to Rule 34. And very tasteful picture. You know, now just look at that. You understand why everyone loves the Dami Mommy. See? Very tasteful.
Very classy, actually.
Exactly.
I know.
I think that's why people like her, because, you know, most of the pictures you see on Twitter are like very sort of, for want of a better term, slutty. And
Trash.
like she doesn't come across as slutty.
She really doesn't. She's, like I said, very classy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, she's utterly insane.
She's
She had that
definitely
50s
all
look.
woman. Oh, honey, that's a little earlier than the 60s. That's like
I said the 50s.
No,
that's like
we're
the
talking-
1940s, maybe even as far back as the 20s.
I wouldn't give it the 20s.
Technically, that's post-Victorian.
Yes, that would be the 20s.
Oh my. I've learned something new.
Yeah.
But yes, I
Damn, those
like her
vampires, they
aesthetic.
live for so damn long.
Well, technically, she's not a vampire, and I'm using air quotes.
Yeah.
Like, she's supposed to be human with a blood disease, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Something
That
like that.
sounds like a vampire to me.
Well, since Resident Evil technically doesn't have magic, which it borderlines on, she's a science experiment. Like, the molded, if I'm not mistaken, was used to cure her disease, but it changed her. Like,
Probably did that for all of them, including like Mother Miranda.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, again, they starting to border on magic and leaving hard science with the molded shit. Like, at the very least, the old Resident Evils were grounded in science.
Do you know what the difference is between hard science and soft science is?
Hard science is literally based in what we know science is.
Well, I was going to say attraction.
Huh?
I was going to say attraction.
I knew where you were going.
So did I, but I'm
gonna
glad
let
that T had an actual answer, and I respect that.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
and this hold on. Let me put up the ticker. I was this is proof that hard science is real, and I was looking, and this is true. Just let it be known, Angela has confirmed that James Colley is indeed an asshole.
Who has
You
it?
needed her to confirm that?
I'm shocked.
He's been on Quippers enough times that the evidence is out there. You don't need to talk to Angela to find out.
Hell, I've been on streams with him before.
You're on stream with him right now, and you've been speaking to him for the last half hour. If you haven't figured it out
I
in
know.
that half hour, you're a little slow.
I'm not slow, Angela. I'm just Tear, okay?
I love you, Tear.
Yeah, whatever. My feelings are still hurt.
Aww. I'm
Even
sorry.
I just need time
Angela,
away.
you should know better than that. Slow people are just as bright and just as talented as white people.
I mean, that's what the president said.
Well, basically, yeah.
Well, he would know what slow is. He's the slowest one of all.
He said it about poor people. He said poor people are just as bright and just as talented as white people.
You know, if he had a brain, he'd be dangerous.
That is very true.
If he only had a brain.
He doesn't have a brain, and he's already dangerous.
No. He doesn't have a brain, and the people using him like a fucking sock puppet are dangerous.
That is true.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why they
I
didn't
know.
like Trump so much, because they ain't got no strings on him.
Yeah.
Well, they're
None.
still letting him talk, and he's not saying the right words a lot of the time.
But also,
He's not
Trump is
saying the words they expect him to say.
Trump is also a lot harder to bribe because he's got his own money. He's not in the pocket of lobbyists, so he can tell them to fuck off. And all the other politicians who are in their pocket don't like that. No. We need
was
those
gonna say,
lobbyists.
that's really the problem that people have with Trump.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say that I liked him as president anyways. He did as well as any other person could do as president.
He did some good things, some bad things, like everyone else.
Exactly, like every other president out there.
All right, so I'm, again, full disclosure, I'm from Baltimore. And when we had the riots, we had literally a new mayor who did her best. I can stand her as mayor, but I have to give her props. In that situation, she did her best. And that's how I feel with Trump. In the situation, he did his best.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I agree with you on that. I'm just saying that I'm not one of those people that's like a full on Trump is awesome and amazing. I didn't vote for Trump in
Yeah,
either
no.
election.
People go too far in both directions. Some
Oh, yeah.
idolize the man, some think he's Satan. He's neither. He's somewhere in the middle.
I agree. He's somewhere in the middle.
The first
Like,
election Trump was in, I actually voted for Johnson. And that was because I thought he might get enough votes to ensure that a third party was actually listed on all ballots across the United States.
he was going to trigger that. It was like a 10% number that would trigger that article.
There's a specific percentage of the vote that a candidate has to get
Yeah.
in order for their party to become part of the national ballot.
A
And the
legitimate
Republicans,
party.
the Democrats do every fucking thing they can to stop that.
Exactly. And basically, when I think somebody has a shot, I will vote for somebody in that party.
I would love to see I would love to see multiple parties being represented in our elections. Like literally, not just the Green Party. Like something similar to Britain with their multiple party system, where you need the assistance of another party to get anything done. Like you have to play ball with someone else. That's it. Well, I think it's Canada's system is that way. I have to look that up. But are we ready to hear if someone's an asshole?
Yes.
No.
And the answer is most likely yes.
All right. What's the first one I'm going to read today? James, you pick any of them yourself?
Not yet.
Isn't the point of these to determine which person is the asshole?
Well,
No,
it's the person.
technically,
It's am I the
person will
asshole?
ask, am I the asshole? And you say,
Am I the asshole?
I went a little
Which
bit different.
indicates that either they are or the person they're talking about is.
Well, not necessarily. It's either like I think I've done nothing wrong, but other people are calling me an asshole, and they just want validation that they didn't in fact do anything wrong.
Mhm.
Or sometimes it is like the other person is clearly the asshole, but sometimes like no one is, and sometimes both of them are.
Yeah.
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 I think I found a good one. Am I the asshole for arguing with my boyfriend's family over an 8-year-old kid acting bigoted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Probably.
Okay, all right. Hear it out. I was over my boyfriend's family's house for the holidays. And while I'm currently dating a guy, I'm also a queer woman who dresses a little bit more masculine and has shorter hair. Well, his nephew, who's like 8, was like, "Why are you wearing boys' clothes?" And I was like, "Me? Nah, these are my clothes." He was like, "Nah, those are boys' clothes.
She's
Are
the
you a
asshole.
boy?" And started jumping around chanting, "OP is a girl boy." And his parents and everybody just giggling over it instead of saying anything. When all this happened, my boyfriend and his brothers were out for a beer run. I was like, "How old are you? Like, for real, you're too young to be homophobic. Only idiotic old farts say that kind of junk." I was trying to be kind of goofy about it and age appropriate, not cussing and getting too heavy. Yeah.
You said homophobic to an 8-year-old.
Yeah, she's the asshole.
Wait a minute. Let me continue. But he stopped talking and suddenly got suddenly shy about it. And I asked, for real, who taught you to think that stuff you're saying? Did you hear from somebody that there are certain things that are boy things and girl things? Because if you did, they're massive idiots.
Oh, she just keeps getting worse.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. One of my boyfriend's aunts, who wasn't even his mom or anything, suddenly started getting irritated with me saying, let's not talk about politics. And I was like, all right, I don't care for politics either. She snapped at me saying I was talking about politics. Then the kid's dad came over to me and started getting mad at me. I was parenting. God damn it. Edit shit. At me that I was parenting his child. And I was like, man, look, man, he was just saying some wild stuff and nobody else said shit. And he said that he's just a kid. Kids say all sorts of stuff they don't know is rude. And I was like, nah, they learn it somewhere. Like for you, like for real, you might want to check in on where he's picking up that homophobia. Well, he started getting really pissed at me and told me not to tell him how to parent his boy. And I didn't say anything. But something clicked for me and I thought, oh, it's probably you. And I think he could tell from my face that something shifted because he started yelling at me about that look on my face. A few other family members intervened to say, let's not argue. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a walk. On the walk, I called my boyfriend, and he was mad at me for what I said, saying that wasn't an appropriate way to talk to a kid. He said I should let the parents teach. And I was like, honestly, I think the parents teaching was the problem. Why the hell didn't you tell me your family was like that? He was like what? And I was like, bigoted. He got mad at me calling me oversensitive for getting upset about the kid. I told him it's not the kid. It's a shitload of grown-ups giggling like a kid saying bigoted shit is cute and yelling at me when I say it's not cool. I left, got a hotel for the night and stuff, and has been rocking with my boyfriend since. Am I the asshole? Fuck
Yes.
you are.
100%.
Man, that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Huh? That was an easy one?
Yes.
I think we're all unanimous. Yes, she's the asshole.
She is
On
the
the
asshole,
new-
and he's an asshole for being involved with her.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
On the Colley scale of 1 James Colley to 10 James Colley, where do you place it?
Sir, that is the JC scale.
Oh, my bad. The JC scale.
That is a 12 on the JC scale.
Wow.
I would say a 7.
I was thinking about an 8. I mean, parenting someone else's kid is pretty far over the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you turn around and start messing with somebody else's kid, that's
exactly.
an issue. That's why
Yeah.
I said it's off the scale.
Yeah, she sounds fucking pretentious.
This
Oh,
is
very
an
much.
8-year-old that doesn't need to worry about that shit.
Agreed.
Yeah, honestly, him calling you a girly boy didn't hurt you. He didn't seem malicious. You're probably a new person to him. What the fuck, lady?
Like, I could understand if she just said, "Now that's not nice." Like when he started calling her a girl boy or whatever. I mean, that's fine. That's not very nice. You shouldn't say that to people.
and left it at that.
Yeah, I would
You
have
know?
just dropped it there. You
Yeah, exactly.
don't bring your politics in on an 8-year-old.
Yeah, very much. Don't do that.
And then to attack his family, like, now I see
yeah.
the problem.
Calling his family bigoted because they sided against her was not good.
Wait a minute. On a positive note, he dodged a bullet. Yes, Mr. Dax, he fucking did dodge a bullet, a massive one.
And yeah, I think Johnny's right. The 8-year-old kid just saw that it was annoying her, so he kept doing it.
Oh yeah.
Like that's every kid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's 8. He's gonna turn around and do what gets the biggest rise out of a person.
Because he's getting
And
attention. Doesn't matter what kind.
He's probably testing the waters. Like if you don't give him the reaction he wants, he'll probably just go on and do something else.
Yeah.
Well, I do have some experience with this. I have had nieces and I've had nephews
Mm-hmm.
from my stepsisters. And my biological sister gave me nieces.
Okay.
And those were the most well-behaved nieces that I've ever come across. And my stepsister's nephews were always, they did the nephew that was all there, he did little boy shit, but he knew when it ended. His parents brought him up right. Now, fast forward to my 2 newest nephews, which I got to meet at the age when they were 3 and 4. 4-year-old started off bowing up his chest at me when I told him, he said, "Hey, we don't talk like that around here." He bowed up his chest like he wanted to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, "Oh boy, it's time to punch somebody."
I
But
think my
anyway.
nephew's going to be a bit annoying when he gets older. Like
Yeah,
at the moment he's like 18 months, so he doesn't do anything.
18 months.
Well, we gotta remember, Tari said something, and the baby started coughing at him.
No.
Clear sign of fighting for dominance.
I mean, like when he gets to the age that he's going to be like a proper kid, I think he's going to be very annoying. But that's all kids.
Yeah. But
I was
there's
gonna
a
say-
difference between annoying and just being a dick.
Terry's just gonna look at him and be like, "Look, you can't have a job. You can't even get money. Like you're just useless parasite, man. Like, what have you got on me? Oh, what your parents are gonna give you an allowance?"
Best of 5 at Street Fighter, you win and you can say what you like.
Wow.
Street Fighter Best of 5.
Like if you defeat me in Street Fighter, you may talk to me as an equal. But
Exactly.
if you lose,
You get to shut up.
only winners get to talk.
Damn straight.
Exactly. But anyhow, like I said, you got some kids out there that are just straight up dicks.
Oh yeah.
And it's due to the parents. Okay?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, different parents will raise their kids different ways, and some ways are better than others.
Right. So, yeah, the kid's irritating. But if this is a legitimate female, the kid's no more irritating than a yeast infection.
Again,
And she should deal with it accordingly.
Yeah.
the clearly the child the OP is a leftist hardcore. When you throw out bigoted homophobia, the boyfriend is probably from the South. She's a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like
Sorry, Mr. Dax.
Hands
you
down.
can clap.
hands down, she's a little biatch. Like, full stop. You're a cunt.
Mhm.
You're the asshole.
And before YouTube gets too mad, I'm an Australian and I gave him a pass to use that word.
Remember, you got a nigger pass too. I'm black
Oh yeah, and I
YouTube.
use it a lot.
I'm black YouTube, and everybody on this stream. Angela, if you want one, you can have one. I can give you two. You can have one.
I prefer not. That's okay.
No, it's a word that I think is blown out of proportion. Like people act as if it's the single worst thing in the world to say.
There's no word that should have that kind of power.
No, and I
That
think
being
that,
said, it's just not a word I like to use.
see, for me, I use the word because I think there's some value in the idea that if you treat it like a normal word, it loses its power.
It
Like if
really does.
yeah, like if I call Tia a nigger, like in a friendly way, then it stops being the worst slur in the world, and it's just like a regular insult. It's like calling him a dickhead or an asshole kind of thing.
Yeah. It's the equivalent of isn't cunt like morning cunt? Like, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Oh,
That doesn't really happen, at least not in the parts of Australia where I've been. But at the same time, I mean, it's just a word. It's like
Yeah.
if someone called me a cunt, a lot. I mean, it's the same with anything. It depends how they say it. Like if someone says it and they clearly like they're looking for a fight, that's different to my best friend calling me one because I beat him at a video game or whatever. Like how they say it is more important than what they're actually saying.
So
Context matters.
my best friend is white as driven snow.
Hmm.
Me and him, I call him a cracker each and every time I see him. He goes, "What up, nigga?"
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
One of our famous stories from college involves racial insensitivity, which we still laugh at to this day. It involves him. I said something. And he go, "Boy, don't make me get the whip." And I'm like, "No, Max, please don't get the whip. Don't beat me, Max. I'm gonna get the whip." And we got called to our college counselor, and she goes, there's something y'all want to tell me about?" And he looks at me first. Like he's shorter than me. He goes, "What did you do?" And I go, "Me? What the hell did you do?" So I could care less about a word. That's why I use it freely and frequently.
But I mean, like people can use the word mate, which means friend, in a threatening way, and like they're not calling you a friend. It's like if someone says, "Look here, mate," that they're not being friendly. I mean, it's very much a case of how they say it is far more important than whatever words they happen to use.
And don't Australians have a basically thing of shit that should be considered like the proper normal decorum of basically turning it into an insult?
I mean, I will
Like they're more likely to call you a fucker when they're being okay with you, but like
yeah.
when they're calling you by a like proper title, they're like, "Yeah, I don't like you. Leave me the fuck alone."
Yeah. I mean, I use insults as terms of endearment. Like, how many times have I called Frosted an asshole? Is it like I wouldn't call him that if I didn't like him because, to me, you have to like someone to get away with insulting them in that way.
Exactly. You have to at least be like you can tell who you like by how you talk to them.
Yes, exactly.
If you're casual, like James, you're literally everyone on the stream is my elder, except for Rodden. But I talk to you fairly casually. James, I call you an asshole. The first thing I said about you was you are a king asshole. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings.
Oh no. Shit. I worked in a prison, and before that, I worked in the wool field.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, James has feelings?
I know.
That's like right there. Those two.
not.
I mean, to me, being called an asshole is a badge of honor.
I mean, you have the JC scale. I found it. Scientists named it after you.
That's actually why I was pushing for a no apologies rule on Quippers. Like, you shouldn't need to apologize for anything that was said clearly as part of the game and with no malice behind it. Like, you don't need to apologize for that sort of thing. And the fact that you want to makes it seem like you meant it and you're taking it back. Like,
Yeah.
just you said what you said. Everyone knows it was just part of the game. You weren't actually, calling this person a child molester. It's like it was just part of the game. Don't
You were just playing rapping
apologize.
robots. Fuck to go with it.
Look, you were trying to score. You were trying to score. Like you were trying to score points. Like when I say "fuck you, Della," I like Della.
Of course.
But that's how our dynamic is. He says random shit that would seem like it would piss me off, and I would react because that's just how our dynamic is.
Yeah, of course. And it's the same with Gunsky, where everyone makes jokes about him being boring and loving bran muffins. It's like none of that is malicious. No, like it's just he likes bland food, and we poke fun at him because of it. But that's all friendly. If I wasn't friends with him, I wouldn't give a shit what he ate. Like it wouldn't matter at all. The fact that he's my friend means I've got something that I can, just prod him with and just sort of make fun of him for.
And that's
He has great taste in literature.
It's a guy thing. I think it's a guy thing mostly. Our when we insult each other, it's not necessarily a malicious thing.
No.
Y'all rag on me for being black.
Of course. And Angela for being Jewish.
Yeah. And Jack for being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
for some reason, Jack is still going to try and make the tractor thing stick, and I'm going, doesn't really work.
It's a bit dumb, but no.
He can try. He can try. Like we like Johnny being the Hellcat. Everyone makes the joke that he's a fucking actual cat.
Yes.
I mean, I make jokes about him having 9 lives.
Shit, I make jokes.
Johnny.
Wait, Johnny's not an actual cat?
I know, right? I was shocked too.
I was shocked to learn that.
Yeah, I was shocked to learn that he was an actual Native American cat. Just Native American.
Shit, I make fun of Hate Campbell for being Indian. Oh no, I make fun of him for being old and boring.
Wow. How come this everyone older than you is old and boring?
No. He said he's going one day. He said he's going to sit down in his robes and watch MASH, and I called him like, dude, that's old. You're old and boring.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with MASH?
I like MASH myself. It's just that it's an old show.
It's a baby.
Bigger question is, James, why are you taking so much offense to this?
Yeah,
Because I'm old. I just don't own a robe. I'm
Angela.
sitting here naked streaming.
Ew. Angela, he wants you to get him a robe.
Who wants to play with Pikachu?
Now you want to get a house coat. That's what it is.
I tried and he said no. I got him a candle for Christmas and he was like, that's all. That was like the best he would let me do.
James, that's gay. No real man owns a candle.
I insisted on getting him the candle. It's really cute. It says, you're the best thing I ever found on the internet.
Oh, that's sweet. That's still gay, James.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I got her costume jewelry.
Oh, you didn't get
He's
her real
upset
jewelry?
he's upset because I told him I don't wear real jewelry because it will get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have the fake shit so that if it gets broken or lost,
It doesn't matter.
it's not important.
Yeah. But,
Wait a minute.
That's understandable.
Johnny, you
I
have
understand
communion
that.
candles because you need to summon yourself back from the pits of hell.
yes.
Of course, you
Yes,
have
I
communion
do.
candles.
I mean,
Yes.
Matt Walsh admits that he likes scented candles, and that was part of his movie. He's like, does that make me a woman? Because he was talking to some gender ideologue, and it's like being a woman is a state of mind. Basically, it's like okay, well, I like this very feminine thing. Does that make me a woman? It's like that's a very good, important question. I'm glad you're asking.
No, it doesn't. All right. So
You're oh,
It's like that
that's
Family
so
Guy
creepy.
episode.
That makes me cringe.
what?
The way that question is, the question that they answered that with is just, it's so diabolical but subtle.
Hmm. I mean,
It's like,
he did notice that there is no way to define a woman within their own ideology that allows the phrase trans women or women to be accurate. There is no definition that works if you insist on having that statement be true.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Because it's not true.
This-
Like, no matter what you do, you can dress a pig. You could put a pig in a dress. You could give it makeup. You could give it a bouquet. It's still a fucking pig. It'll never be a bride.
You can polish a
Yeah,
turd,
go
but it's
get
still a
drunk
turd.
at happy
It's
hour.
still a turd.
What?
See, this is my issue with the trans thing is I don't give two shits about your existence.
Dude, honestly, I don't even really have a problem with. I shouldn't say I don't really have a problem. I don't have a problem with people who are trans. I have a problem with trans activists. Well,
Yes.
I have a problem with most activists.
Leave me alone in my sandbox.
If you're militant about it, I have an issue.
Yes.
If you are forcing me to do anything I don't want to think and change my way of speaking, we got an issue.
I get along with Chaos Eve and Wandering Lisa. I've got no problem with them
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
they're like reasonable people that happen to be trans. It's the activists that are the problem.
Exactly.
There's a George Carlin joke where he said he has a friend that happened to be black.
Mhm.
Like, it's still his friend.
Of
He
course.
just happened to be black.
Yeah.
You know, he's not his friend because he's black. He's just my friend, and he happens to be black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like I had a checklist and it's like, oh, good, he's black. I needed one of those.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how
That was just
friendship
a
works.
bonus.
Gee, thanks.
oh wow.
Walked right into that one, didn't I?
All right. This looks like a good segue to bring up an article I found.
Oh Lord, go ahead. Hey James, could you do me a favor and turn your mic up?
Let's see if I can do that.
Oh Lord, James, the volume button is right next to the. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, that's volume for the headset. Usually not volume for the.
The gain is at the
Mic.
back.
Dude, I found out for most of that, if you go into your sounds into your recording settings for the properties of the mic, you can up the levels, and that's usually what your problem or what most people's problems are.
Yeah, I mean, I've just got a Blue Yeti, and so at the back there's a dial called gain. If I want to be louder, I just turn that up. Quieter, turn it down.
I got like a $50 Audio Technica USB straight one that I bought from the BX like 8 years ago.
Okay.
Did you step on your oxygen, old man? You okay?
Mm.
See what happens when you make me do stuff I don't know how to do?
Sorry, James. My bad.
It's all right. I forgive you this time.
For the longest
damn,
time,
I
my
am loud.
microphone was like a clip-on microphone that my friend from Canada sent me because I didn't have a microphone and she wanted to play board games over the internet and have me be able to talk to her. So she just sent me like a $10, $5 microphone, and I was just using that until it broke. And then,
Oh yeah, I've got another mic that's not the best either.
Is this any
And then-
better?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
perfect.
hella better
Yeah.
now.
Okay,
Yeah,
do I need to turn it down?
No,
no,
that's
no,
great.
no,
No.
it's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, once that broke, I just was talking to Hammer, and he recommended the Blue Yeti. He's like, "All right, that's fine. I'll get that."
Well, I gotta pull up my shit again because I closed out the wrong window.
See, old people. Oh God.
Well, he's not old.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta
Jesus.
remember, guys age differently from women. We age for every 1 woman year. Guys age like 10.
Guys just do stupid shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically.
And we're more likely to do stupid shit, I should say.
Hold my beer has never been said by a woman.
Yes, it
I've
has.
said
Have you ever been to Texas?
Nope.
I
You're not
watched,
around the right women.
I watched the blonde-headed, busty, chubby chick. This red-headed woman, skinny as
Mhm.
hell, walks in, and this chubby chick just points at her and looks at the bartender and said, "That bitch there," says, "Hold my beer." Goes over, whips her ass,
Mm.
throws her out the front fucking door. Okay, when I say throws her out the front door, she uses her as a battering ram until the redhead opens the door for her to throw the fuck out it.
God damn.
I mean, I kid you not, I had her ass by back of the neck, top of her pants, and just pushed her into the fucking door until she opened it herself. And then threw her ass out it and kept whipping her ass. Until we see cherries and berries. And then they both go to jail. Apparently, she'd been fucking hit um, her husband.
Oh. Mm. Don't fuck with Texas women. Got it.
No, you don't fuck with Texas women. It doesn't matter what color their hair are.
I've said hold my beer, but it's usually because I want to dance.
Uh,
No. Unless you say hold my beer and not proceed, not followed up with doing something reckless, it is not a hold my beer.
exactly.
Mr. Dax said hold my white claw.
Yeah.
I don't drink that shit. Thank you.
Oh, I've decided to throw my hat in the ring since Bud Light is Anheuser Busch is being fucking boycotted. I'm going to make my own beer. I'm going to call it nigger beer.
I tell you what.
Samuel Jackson. Good motherfucking choice.
Yes,
Here, why
that's
don't you
better than hell. Go ahead, James.
I'm trying to think what you could call it. I'm sitting here trying. Empty tree beer.
Empty tree beer. Nah. Missing daddy beer.
There we go. That should be working now.
I think here you should name it Bigger Near and then let people figure it out for themselves. So you can actually put it on like store shelves without getting cancelled.
I'm gonna call it BBC beer.
Yeah. Then the British Broadcasting Company says you.
No, it's barley.
Hey, Cheer.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Dax is right. We could go into business together. It could be Ghetto Light.
Ghetto Light. You're right. Where's my six at beer? Black top.
And would this beer be watermelon flavored just for,
Yes, it would be
added
watermelon
relevance?
flavor. No, it'd be grape flavored first. Like you gotta do the classic. You gotta go grape, then watermelon, and then do a light version.
And then you've got to do fried chicken flavor if you can somehow find a way to do that.
And obviously, one of the flavors is just purple.
we call that one purple drink.
Exactly.
James, you said you had an article. Go ahead and read it.
I did. I just got to find it now.
It's 3.
He lost it when he accidentally clicked out of his
Correct,
screen.
yeah.
Let's see.
But again, that I'm going to go into the beer making industry. Again, Anheuser-Busch, now I'm gonna take all their sales because I'm not gonna have a fucking man and woman face on my beer. I'm gonna have a black guy on my beer.
I don't drink beer, so I'm fine. I'm already indirectly boycotting Budweiser.
I don't drink beer either, but I'm going to corner the market.
I mean,
in beer.
honestly, the best freaking thing I'd ever seen for like making fun of Bud Light before the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing. So when I went to Africa in 2017, I got to fly a rotator, but one of my buddies, he was flying on a C-17. And they got to stop over in Germany because when a C-17 stops, they stop at a place for 18 hours, no more, no less. Like quite literally, if they're there for time, they're there for 18 hours. Well, he and a couple of other guys, they go to a bar, to a more local bar. And he's like, oh, shit, man, I've been drinking like German beer all night. I need to kind of like sober up. He's like, I'll just get a couple Bud Lights and whatnot. The barkeep, bless this woman's heart, quite literally, when he asked for a Bud Light for the to basically sober up, she goes over to the sink, turns on the water, starts flicking the water with her hand, and goes, Bud Light. It was like, I have never been so insulted, yet just so righteously laughing at so much because he's just like,
fantastic.
Bud Light. And I was just like, oh, that is amazing.
And I found my
Oh
story.
my gosh.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Dear Peddle, my wife and I have had an excellent relationship that involved a lot of partying. After I was injured on the job, I became addicted to painkillers, which resulted in a 20-year battle with addiction. Over the years of trying unsuccessfully to get sober, I asked my wife to slow down her drinking to help me get sober. She refused. Ultimately, our marriage fell apart. We decided to stay together until our kids were out of school. And what you know, no sooner did we separate, I was able to get sober. I know it wasn't her fault I was addicted. I think I'm probably better off getting a divorce, but I still love her. And I'm curious if you think we should end it or give it another try. Sober guy in Massachusetts.
Don't.
No.
I want to hear y'all's thoughts before I read what.
Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Clearly, it's codependency. Maybe she was just stressing you out so much she was drinking. But I've never been married, so I don't know. Anybody else?
I don't know.
I honestly wasn't paying the best of attention in that one because it just
He
droned on
wasn't-
as some weird shit.
He
But-
wasn't telling
Go ahead.
her to stop drinking, just to chill out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if she couldn't even do that, it clearly wasn't important to her that he get sober. It was a big deal to him. It should have been a big deal to her, you know?
My general rule is if you have to ask, should I get together with this person or get back together or whatever, the answer is no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Clearly, y'all are having issues. And being together isn't going to solve those issues. Sometimes you gotta cut them loose.
But I just mean, like, regardless of the circumstances, if you are thinking, should I be with this person, and you legitimately have to ask, the answer is no.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you want to be with somebody, you don't have to ask somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. You should know in your heart, this is the person I want to be with, or it's not. If you're unsure, then yeah, the answer is no. Don't be with them.
Well, that
I
answers the
like
last
John.
question.
I like Johnny's. Johnny, if you're doubting it and you have to ask, chances are it's a no.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that's exactly what Terry and I just said.
I know, but I like the way Johnny phrased it.
Okay, this is the way Dear Abby puts it.
Oh Lord.
Dear sober guy, to drink or not to drink is a choice. If your wife is unwilling to sacrifice drinking in order to help you overcome your addiction, you're right to separate from her. Congratulations with your sobriety. If you wish to maintain it, follow through with that divorce. You have my sympathy. Hope you find someone more supportive over the years to come.
That's fair.
I like that one. She didn't. She clearly recognized, like, yeah, when you're together, there's the issue.
Abby and Ann were usually pretty good at giving good advice.
I love how they were satired in Night Court.
And if you're really lucky, the next chick you're with, she'll let you tie her up and put your thumb up her butt or something.
No, those are the chicks you do not marry.
Never said they had to get married.
Yeah, you don't marry those.
That's a very vivid picture.
Angela, he's telling you what he wants you to do without saying what he
I
wants you
think
to
so.
do.
Yes.
Rotten was the one that said it.
But
I
he
mean,
didn't disagree.
if James is the one saying he wants tied up, that's on him. I'm not really into that. I don't like being restrained.
But James didn't disagree.
I'm generally the one doing the tying up. Sorry.
I hope you got fuzzy handcuffs because metal ones chafe. So I heard. Yeah.
Amateurs use handcuffs.
James used rope.
Amateurs and cops.
Exactly. Well, still amateurs.
So my college girlfriend. So in my house, in my room, there's a metal radiator. I chained her ass up to that radiator.
Oh, are you reenacting Black Snake Moan?
Yes.
What
Except for there was actual sex in there.
did I walk in on?
Walk in on. You've been here the entire time.
Professional.
I know. Like, it's more like what just fell on my head.
You never seen the movie Black Snake Moan with Samuel L. Jackson and Brittany
And
Murphy?
Deliberately did not watch that.
At some point, we have to watch Black Snake Moan.
I'm down. It's just when it was out, when I was able to watch it, it was not up my alley.
Like it's an interesting movie.
It's a very interesting movie.
I think I tried to watch it, and it was just kind of,
I felt sorry for that little black boy.
Wait a minute, Mr. Dax. If you if you need restraint, you didn't drug them enough. Look,
this is consensual restraintment.
Just as you said that, the police drove past.
hold on. Gotta hide my my safety bunker, my closet.
I was going to say, if you need restraints, you're not strong enough. If you can't hold me down of your own accord, you got issues.
Oh shit. James, I think that's a direct challenge.
That's okay.
James, she tell you what she wants you to do.
That's okay. Don't you know a Dom never gives in to a sub's request? Do you know how to make a sub cry?
How?
Tell her no.
Ooh. What the hell did we just start?
Yeah. Well, we're getting too close into my personal life. I know that much.
Oh Lord. All right, James, you got another one.
I do, but I thought we was all going to go around and then do a second round.
You got one, Rodney?
No.
God damn it, Andrew, you got one?
No.
God
Y'all did
damn it.
not do your homework.
Bro, I'm a guest on
I
this
told you earlier that I did not have this.
Thank God I got a shit ton of them.
Hmm.
You know, the host has to be prepared.
Imagine that, dear.
I know.
If you want, I
cannot
can
be-
read one of the pages on Smog on to the chat. I think they'll enjoy that.
Now I got one. Another am I the asshole?
Tier, really quick. Do you not
Yes,
see
ma'am.
my tagline? I am along for the ride.
Hmm.
Aren't we
And
all?
what a ride it's going to be, Angela. What a ride.
Yeah.
James has already set fire to the engine, and somebody put blindfold on me. I don't know where the fuck we going. All right, let's read another. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for forcing my stepdaughter to pay me back after she ruined my house?
No.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. That's your initial assumption just based off the title?
Based off the title, yes.
Okay.
Give me some context and I'll tell you what my opinion
Like,
actually is.
Unless it was a hoarder's house type thing, that there's almost no way that's going to be that they could just get away with ruining the house.
Okay. All right. So, I, 43 female, and my husband, 47 male, have been married for 4 years now. We both have children from our previous marriage, 12-year-old male and 10-year-old female, and 18 female. My husband and I dated for 3 years prior to getting married and moved in altogether 2 years ago. O lives with us full time, and it's been a bit of a rocky start with mine O's relationship, but we managed to push through it. I told O from day one I wasn't her mom, but if there's anything she wants to talk about or need, she can come to me. After a few months, we became quite close, and she talked to me about anything she was too embarrassed to talk to her dad. About with her dad. Recently, O's been trying to make friends at college. Since she started in the spring, on-campus residence is very expensive for the college, and it's close to our house, so O decides to stay at home. That's not a problem. The problem is that O keeps bringing her friends over to hang out, but leaving it a mess. Normally, it's not a major deal. I have OCD, so sometimes there's an issue depending on the situation, though. Because she picks up after herself, but I recently hired a housekeeper to clean the house once a week since I've been working overtime more often, and me and my husband just don't have time. It is expensive, but I cannot stand it when it becomes too messy for me, and I think it's worth it. This time, she brought her friends over after the house has been cleaned, and I guess they decided not to take their shoes off and walked all around the house, leaving footprints. They also made pizza from scratch, left crumbs on the counters, among other things. They pretty much made the entire house filthy because before I could even come home. Once again, the cleaning service is quite expensive because I like higher level clean quality. So I was pissed. My husband is trying to make me let it go because O has always struggled to make friends, but I can't let it go because of how much it costs. I requested the exact amount I paid for the cleaning service to her Venmo, and she acted all confused on why she had to pay it. I explained that her and her friends ruined my house, and that was just clean, and she insisted it wasn't her. I have a ring camera, and I have video proof of her and her friends going into the house, and they were the only ones home that day before me. I gave her two choices: pay for the damages or I stop paying for her phone. She complained, saying it wasn't her and she doesn't have the money to pay the phone bill. Am I the asshole?
I think they
No.
handled it poorly. I think instead of hiring the expensive cleaning service, they should have gotten the kid to either clean it herself or get her to clean the house however she chooses. So if she wants some, you know, cheaper but a more affordable service, I mean, that's fine.
Well,
I
no,
don't think it's fair to get the high end cleaning service and say, okay, you got to pay for that.
no, she had it. From my understanding, she had it was clean before O got in. Like they had just left.
Hmm.
And O comes in and trash her and her friends trash the house. I don't think they trashed the house, but they left a mess.
I
Yeah.
was, yeah, but I'm also listening to her say she has OCD and that one of the big things is that her friends wore shoes inside.
Yeah.
Um, I'm wanting to know exactly what kind of mess we're talking. I don't necessarily think it is something where she needed to turn around and call um
Cleaning
the
service.
cleaning service. I think it's something that the kid could have cleaned up herself
Yeah.
and she should have called her and made her clean it up. But because she's
An idiot.
I really hate to say it, but she's a clean freak. She wanted to turn around and call the cleaning service so that
Yeah.
she could make sure it was clean.
Yeah, see, that's where I have the problem. I think if it was just either tell the kid you made the mess, you clean it, or you can pay for a cleaner to come in and clean it if you really refuse to do that. But to call in the high end cleaning service because she's the clean freak and then demand the kid pay for it, I don't think that's fair.
All right. She's sort of the asshole in this situation.
Yeah, kind of halfway.
I kind of think it's a two
Too
part
much free.
deal because the kid should not have turned around. She clearly knows that her stepmom
Yeah, yeah. No,
has
I'm fine.
issues. You turn around, you tell your friends to leave their shoes at the door, and you make sure that the kitchen looks clean when you leave.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid is the asshole for making the mess in the first place, but that's not what's being questioned.
The way that the kid's the asshole for making the mess. The mom's
Yeah,
an asshole for turning around and dealing with it the way she did.
yeah.
Again, there's a lot of asshole to go around in this situation. There was an update, but it seemed to have been deleted by the original poster.
Oh,
So
I
clearly,
say that on a scale of 1 to 10, together they're a 10. But it's because each one of them is a 5.
yeah. I think that's fair.
so 5 JCs. Okay,
Yeah,
I can see that.
on both
Uh,
sides.
Rotten, what's your take?
On that one, I have to go with that she definitely didn't need to go with the high end cleaning service. On that one, I think she's being a little overly bitchy and should have made her clean it.
Yeah,
Because the way she made it sound off, or maybe it was sounded off the title was like, we're talking like shit got straight up broken, not like, we
Yeah,
had
like-
to steam clean the carpets.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
expecting broken fixtures, The carpet isn't like walked on; it has holes in it. That kind of thing.
Footprint is different. Yeah.
I mean, if they were muddy footprints, then I can see that, but it doesn't specify. It just says footprints. So maybe they have carpet and they didn't take off their shoes.
I was gonna say maybe it's a shag carpet and there were just imprints of the shoes.
I think that's from the fact that she's such a clean freak, OCD person. I think the mess is not nearly as big as it is being presented as, because she's going to see any mess as a huge mess because of her condition.
Yeah.
She's probably also a big fan of Huey Lewis in the News.
I kind of look at it like this. Fuck the cleaning company. The girl is old enough to know how to keep a house. And if she isn't, why are they letting her get into her higher education when she can't master the basics?
Agreed. So just have her clean up the mess and, call it square.
Exactly. They are coddling this girl. And, because I'm sure the girl said, oh, there's a cleaning company that comes in and cleans up. It'll be fine. This woman does not have the common sense that God gave a rolling donut to realize it costs money.
That she doesn't have.
And she doesn't even understand the fact that the people that do come in are not there for her whims. They're there to do a job. So she doesn't have the basic appreciation for other people. No wonder why she has a hard time making friends. Letting this girl go to higher education and you're skipping over basics like this is how we end up with extra genders.
Yeah. Like I brought my friends, again, use myself as the example. I brought my friends to my mom's house from college. I knew not to make any messes. That woman would have cut me, cut my friends, probably cut me again.
It was that whole thing of like they would have known shoes. It's like she would have known shoes off.
Yeah, she would have known.
Every single one of us, if our parents probably had that whole row of like a rule, because like, hey, we got carpet here, this whole thing, so shoes off on the carpet. Like it's the first seniors be saying, she's like, yo, shoes off.
Yeah, like in my home, there was a rule about where you could and couldn't eat. Like don't eat in this room because we want to keep this room nice. Go eat in the other room because I can just sweep the floor if you make a mess. It's like, and if you were eating in the carpeted room, you knew you were breaking the rules.
Shit. Like when she said they made the pizza and left crumbs, like, do you not clean as you go? Like so whenever I cook, I clean as I go. I may leave dishes, but most of the bulk of my mess is already clean. So I ain't gotta worry about shit. So you never learned how to do that shit? Like, come on, kid. Mom's still an asshole though. Like it doesn't take away from her and her OCD or stepmom. Yeah. And I would have loved to have read the update. But it got deleted.
Probably didn't go the way she wanted.
This was only 2 days ago. So I do have something else that I thought was fucking hilarious. Wait a minute, can I find it? Let me look up. Let me see. No, not this one. No, where is it? It's a Florida man.
Oh dear.
The superhero we don't need, but we all deserve.
Mhm.
Oh
Bateman.
God.
I do like that in Hitman 3, Florida Man is an actual character in the game.
Yes. Guess
So
what
you
Florida
can
Man
steal his
did?
clothes and disguise yourself as Florida Man.
All right. Guess what Florida Man did?
Crocodile.
Something naked.
Nope.
He
Something with meth.
he assassinated somebody and had a bucket on the back of his head.
It involves theft.
Theft.
Yep.
Of course it does.
All right. Let me read
He
it to you.
stole a cop car.
That's a good one, but nope.
Vibrator.
Jesus Christ.
He
No.
stole first base. He stole first base. He was playing baseball.
Nope. All
He
right.
stole the actual bases from a baseball field.
Florida men accused of stealing nearly $1 million worth of milk.
Oh, there you go.
$1 million of milk?
$1 million worth of milk.
What can this dude drink?
No, it's several of them, like a group of them. They look like the
men?
Huh?
Florida men?
Yeah, Florida men. They look like the who's who of let me see if I can pull up the picture. Lord, let me do this.
Like, did they think they were going to be able to sell it on the black market or something?
Like, I don't know. Like, it's just wild.
We can't sell it on the black market. Black people are lactose intolerant.
Hey, that's not entirely true.
No, they're not lactose intolerant. They're lactose intolerant. Bone at the teeth.
No, bone at the teeth. How do I present? Excuse me, I'm still learning how to do this. No, present, share screen. Okay. Where are you? Stop. Nope. There it is. Nope, not the one I want. Nope. There it is. All right. Share. Y'all see it?
Not
It's
yet.
loading.
Yes.
No.
You can't
I
see
got
it?
No. I can
Okay.
see it now. It's finished loading.
There it is.
Yeah.
Do you see the group of individuals?
I do.
Yes.
One of them looks like they were on Better Call Saul.
They look like very professional group there, especially this one here, the one in the corner.
Top corner?
Right. Nah, bottom corner. The one that looks like he's in a green shirt.
Uh-huh. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
The one
talking
that
about.
looks like he fell out of bed in front of a camera?
The one in the top right corner seen a prison cell before.
Yeah, I believe the one top right seen the prison cell before. The one in the bottom middle, he could look like the ringleader. That he had that ringleader vibe. He has.
The bottom middle? I
Yes.
I was thinking the bottom left. But, okay.
Bottom left. I don't
Bottom
know.
middle looks too young.
All right, let me read the article to you. This. A group of Florida men were arrested after Miami-Dade police said that the men were involved in a dairy product theft ring responsible for more than $1 million worth of stolen items. Police at whatever goddamn studio this is told that the 6 suspects are all employees of Island Dairy, a milk distributor that works with MacArthur Dairy, a milk and dairy products company. They were arrested as a result of an investigation dubbed Operation Got Milk. Like, that is the dumbest name ever for an operation. Operation Got Milk, really? The police department said Wednesday.
What else would you call it?
Operation Cheese.
Anybody else?
I'm trying to think about something.
Operation Pasteurization.
No. Operation Utter Chaos.
Operation Curds of Delight.
Operation Tit Juice. Operation Moo Cow. All right. The news station reported that the suspects were delivery drivers and dispatchers for Island Dairy. Since 2021, the suspects systematically pilfered more than, goddamn, 900,000. I'm not going to read that shit. $900,000 worth of milk from MacArthur Dairy, along with around 350,000 worth of crates. An arrest report obtained by whatever that goddamn station is. The men would allegedly manipulate ordering systems, causing extra dairy products to be loaded onto the distribution trucks. Police said the delivery drivers would deviate from their pre-assigned routes, meet with other individuals, and transfer the extra dairy products to their delivery truck. So wait a minute, I want to know, what are you selling this shit on the black market? Like,
Maybe they just made a lot of cereal.
Is there an underground milk ring I don't know about? Is milk that valuable?
It's an underground milk mustache. Excuse me.
Oh, my bad.
Wow.
All right. One suspect allegedly sold each carton of milk for 10. Wait a minute. So why are you selling a milk carton for? Who's buying milk at $10 a pop?
People who need it.
Okay, I
He's
guess
probably selling it to like the local bodegas and whatnot.
Probably. This was organized crime, basically, where they were working in unison to steal products from a company, and obviously the person receiving those products was selling stolen goods. Miami-Dade Police Detective Luis Sierra told the station. Officers told the station that Island Dairy conducted an internal investigation that uncovered the irregularities and identified the potential suspects. Police were then contacted to begin surveillance on the suspects. Hours later, investigators said they captured the transfer of stolen dairy products on video. The suspects were identified as Yanni Pandrone, 38, Jose Ferreira, 56, Edgardo Alvarez, 55. I'm not even going to try that one. Rodriguez, 36. I'm not going to try that one. Lopez, 50. And another Rodriguez, 46. Brothers?
Maybe Rodriguez is kind of like the name Smith.
Yeah, I know.
I think it is.
I really wish there are a few really common Spanish names: Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Gomez.
Reported they faced
Mendoza.
Noriega.
Mendoza.
Can you link me this tier? I'm dying to see what those names actually are.
Okay. Copy. God damn it, move. Private chat. Shit, I'm putting in public chat. Fuck it.
I got another question for you.
I mean, you're
All
just
right.
trying to spread it like butter.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Station reported that they faced various brand theft and organized crime scheme to defraud chargers. If you do something illegally, it's only a matter of time before you get caught, Ciara told the news station. Thank God Miami-Dade Police Department has excellent officers and detectives. They did a great job all around, and the individual were charged accordingly. Again, you have to love Florida man. All right, stop.
Yes.
You
Well,
just have to love him.
I don't remember if I've brought this up before because, like, I knew a couple. Obviously, being in the military, you meet more than a couple guys from Florida. But the main reason why it's like there's the whole like legend of Florida man, and everyone thinks it's because such crazy shit's done there. No, it's because they have to report like every arrest on the news that weekend.
Really?
Like everything. So someone gets a DUI, they're on the news that week, like that Friday, that Sunday, they're on the news. Because one of the guys I was working with, he's like, I remember even specifically telling my buddy, he's like, okay, if you're going to the bar this weekend, let me know. I'm not drinking because of X, Y, or Z. I'll be your DD. That Saturday night, all of a sudden, he's just like, oh, or whatever. He ends up seeing him on the news for a DUI. And he called him up after he got out, and he's just like, dude, what the fuck did I tell you? I'm like your number one contact, you retard.
So that I guess that would deter criminals, but Florida man does do some wild shit. I've even seen a few Florida women.
I think my favorite Florida man story is the one where the dude slaps the chick with the burrito.
No, God. That one
What?
was pretty bad.
I can't remember where
Yeah.
I saw it, and I'll have to look for it, but I did see one to where it's like a couple got arrested, and in their mugshots, it's like he did something to her. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then she accosted him with a giant dildo.
Really?
And he has this huge freaking knot on his forehead from where he got hit with a dildo.
Oh my God.
That is fucking retarded.
That's
That
awful.
is what you call a pellet contusion.
Well, I was going to say, you know, his friends called him dickhead forever after that.
Oh man, like I was reading one Florida man story where like he was walking his alligator down the street and he sicked it on somebody.
I mean, who doesn't have a pet alligator? That's just everyone.
You're in Australia, like those are actual pets there. But here,
No, they have crocodiles.
Yes, we have crocodiles down here.
my bad. I'm sorry.
And the big difference is because they'll see you in a while.
Mm. I think the real difference is to do with their jaws.
It's the shape of
crocodiles
the
are on the
snout.
outside.
An alligator snout is more narrow and a little bit longer.
I thought the crocodile
Whereas
snout was narrow.
The crocodile snout is actually more curved.
And also, if their mouth is closed, the crocodile's teeth will stick up on the outside of the jaw, and the alligator won't.
So Terry, you clearly knew Steve Irwin, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched him occasionally on TV.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my thumb.
He kind of
Just
deserved
stick
it.
it in his bum.
He kind of deserved it.
Jam it in his butthole.
It really going to piss him off.
Oh, crikey!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Dumb
one.
ways to die.
Getting stung by a stingray while you're swimming up beside it. No ways to die.
But his name is Steve, so I give him credit for that.
Alrighty. Dear Midnight Chat, My adult son is married with a newborn son. I recently learned that he is the victim of spousal abuse. He's keeping it a secret from us, but we found out when the authorities became involved. My son loves his wife and wants to make it work. I have no idea how to navigate holidays and special occasions where we will see them. Knowing your adult son is being harmed by his wife, how would you interact with this woman?
Cage
And
match.
he's in Arizona.
I mean, press
Fucking mutual
charges, restraining
combat.
order, usual stuff.
I'm going to say this. I'm not afraid of being abused by anybody because I have female cousins, and that's all I need.
Okay. I'm going to let y'all have y'all say first.
I'm going with the whole thing. Do a cage match. Be like, we'll make an agreement. Mutual combat. It's like if you win, I'll back off. I'll try to ignore it. Blah blah. As long as law enforcement's not involved, it's whatever you two do. I win. This shit stops.
I think that and sell tickets.
Obviously.
Yeah.
No, you gotta use Flash Gordon rules too. You gotta be on like rotating platforms.
Flash.
Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. Give him the Owen Hart treatment.
Have you ever seen American Gladiator?
Yes.
So we have those two fight each other with the husbands shooting the little tennis balls or whatever at them to help their spouse out, which we all just know means that the wife's going to get hit the most.
I saw the Australian version of Gladiators. I haven't seen the American one.
So we had people would fight with like padded paddles.
Yeah, it's the same show, but we had different people, I guess.
Yeah. That's what you get, except for there's a spike pit because we're doing Flash Gordon rules. And the platforms rotate.
Okay, Angela, what are your thoughts?
There was one guy called Vulcan.
That's
the only one I remember from Australian Gladiators.
Go ahead, Angela.
You said they just had a kid, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. You cut the kid in half, and you give one half to each parent.
We're not going King Herod, not Herod.
Solomon.
We're not doing Solomon, okay? No cutting kids in half.
I mean, fair is fair.
I mean,
I have. Okay, this is a little close to home.
Oh shit! Sorry.
But,
I don't think it's postpartum depression. That could be
no. It's possible that it could be if it was something new, but it doesn't sound like it was something new.
No.
What I was gonna say is until the point that you brought a kid into the situation, I would have said that you have to try talking him into leaving. Now you've got to do everything you can to get that situation diffused. He either
I think
needs
you've
to
got to get the kid out of that situation.
Exactly. He either needs to leave and take it to court so that he gets custody of the kid, or or even if she is okay with the kid.
If she's abusing the man, she's probably abusing the kid too.
Especially if it's a male child.
That's what I'm worried about.
So most of my what's the word I'm looking for? I've heard far too many stories of mothers, and it's usually in the Black community. So take it with a grain of salt. Abusing the kid because you look like your daddy. Your daddy ain't you're a piece of shit. And, he ain't worth fucking nothing because he left you for another bitch.
At halftime, that's not always even true because it's not just Black women that do that. There's a lot of different women that'll use that.
Well,
weaponize their kids over the
Oh, of course.
parents.
Yeah, but most of my frame of reference is I've seen it done more on this side than that side. I've heard stories like the shit with the one kid in Texas whose mother is turning him, who's transitioning him to spite the father.
Yeah,
And
no, I heard
against the
about
kid.
Yeah, it's this fucking spite the father. That's literally what she's doing. It doesn't even matter what the kid wants or
That
what
was the one. That was the one where she moved to California specifically so that she could trans the kid.
Yeah. So bitches be bitches.
Hmm.
Okay, before I give Abby's answer to this also hits kind of home to me because growing up, I was taught, I watched my mother go through violence in the home and all that, so I made it a point to never hit a woman. I found myself in a similar situation to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make it work, but at the same time, up until the point where you cross that line, where you feel yourself getting closer to that line, everything can be talked out. But once you are pushed to the line of no return, anything can be worked out. Once that line is reached,
Mm-hmm.
it's just over. And he hasn't came to that line yet.
I was gonna say that's the problem is how fucked up is the kid gonna be
Oh,
before
extremely.
he hits that line?
Yeah.
But the other thing is, as soon as the guy fights back, it's over. Like, it doesn't matter what he's been like in society; they'll only see him as an abuser, even if he's
Exactly.
the victim.
Exactly. But
That's the failing of our society.
if it sounds like since the authorities are getting involved with it, it's being documented. So now, if she keeps her shit up, it's going to end a divorce, and he's going to end up with custody.
Or unless you get
Because
a judge that is that oh well, it's better off with the mother, even though it's been clearly shown that she's a piece of shit.
yeah,
That does unfortunately happen quite a bit, where just by being the mother, you have an advantage in the custody battle, even if you're clearly the inferior parent, and the father would be a much better home for the kid. A lot of the time, it just defaults to the mother, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, it's really quite terrifying,
Well,
actually.
that happened in like the 60s, 70s era because usually way back when the stuff would default to the dad because he was the breadwinner.
Yeah,
Like again, in a truly equal society, whoever was the better parent should get the child. It just even if your mother.
I would say, assuming no abuse, you'd kind of have to do 50-50 custody. Like, obviously, one is like the primary residence, and you can fight over that. But you should both parents should have access, except when there's been abuse by one of the parents.
Yeah.
Agreed. You if the divorce should always at least be somewhat amicable for the stability of the child.
Absolutely. I'm very lucky that, like, my parents, they split up when I was a baby, but they did it on good terms. So, like, there was never a problem with me seeing my dad basically whenever I wanted to. There was never like any issues with that. It was just I lived with my mother, but I saw my dad at least once a week.
Again,
okay.
I mean, my thing is this: like, if you make life anyone, male, female, you make life, you should do whatever you can to preserve it. You should be in your child's life, unless you're black and you gotta get some cigarettes. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, cigarettes first, then kid.
Yeah,
That's
cigarettes first.
And you got to make sure that at Division I school and college before kid first.
Yeah. You know what? I just realized what those guys that were stealing the milk were doing. They were getting the milk so the black man can't use the milk excuse. Well, we're going to deliver it to you.
Oh, there you go.
See? There we go. We saw what they were doing.
Okay, here's what Dear Abby had to say about it.
Wait a minute, James.
No.
I need to highlight this one. Those smokes aren't going to buy themselves. Damn it, Terry.
That's what I said. Cigarettes first priority, and then the kid second.
Yeah.
I do have to point out that custody issues can be more complicated than that, but
of course.
Yeah. It can be. Or it could again, if the split is amicable, if the situation is, where we agree that these assets are split, this is what will happen. We'll get 50-50 custody. If you got someone that's not trying to dick you over, then everything could be hunky dory. But
from what I've heard, there's actually a lot of pressure on the woman to be as unreasonable as possible. Because I was watching a video from Karen Strawn like years and years and years ago, and she was saying that when she got divorced, the lawyer was saying you can get so much more money if you just tell these lies. And she was like, I'm not trying to ruin my ex-husband's life. We just didn't work out as a couple. And
yeah, it's crazy what a lawyer will do in an situation.
The lawyer was encouraging her to lie so that she would get more of his stuff.
Well, yeah, because they get a bigger payday then.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get to what Abby had to say, babe, I promise. I think we're there.
I think we should just go with it real quick, then we can go back if we need to.
All right, James, go ahead. Sorry. All right, Hellcat. Good night.
Later, Hellcat.
Good night, Johnny.
No disassemble.
James, you're muted.
I know I'm muted for a second. I had to take care of something.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Here's what Abby had to say about it. I'm only going to read half of it because the other is a shield for a shelter. Be glad the fact that your daughter-in-law is a spousal abuser is now on record. For the next holiday, you and your husband should have a talk with your son about why he's tolerated the abuse and what his options are. Is she out of control and could hurt the baby in a fit of rage? Are they receiving counseling? Has he spoken to an attorney about this? Once he gets in touch with the support group, he'll realize that he's far from the only husband that has been battered. He also needs to know that you're there for him regardless. So when the holidays roll around, be cordial and keep your eyes open.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I still like my idea, Flash Gordon, rotating platforms.
Jeez.
See, my sister and I, going through what we went through as children, there's nothing I won't do for my sister. But at the same time, if she keeps going back to it, I'll do it once. But if she goes back to that situation, because I've done everything in my power at that point to get him to leave, and I have a surefire way of making sure that he leaves pretty fucking quick.
And will you be taking a 20-year vacation from the internet after implementing this strategy?
Well, they got to first find the body and link it to him, so.
Well, I mean, if she goes back to that situation, I'll do it once. But if she keeps going back to it, I'll do it Oh no, they still live. They are still alive to this
For legal
day.
reasons, you
And
have to say that.
no, I'm serious. I leave them in shambles, but they are alive.
James like to psychologically break his break people.
I love that Rotncorpse. Texas self pleasure technique.
Wow.
Hey, I never claimed I wasn't a degenerate.
Yeah.
Buckshot all over your face.
You've had some good ones on your stream in terms of the gifts that you've been showing.
I still think my favorite one is actually a video, and it was the from the first Pokemon movie, the Pikachu slapping the other Pikachu, and it's a Shinji getting the robot.
Yeah, I didn't get the reference, but I just liked watching Pikachu slap the other Pikachu.
I've got the GIF as well to where it's just that one because that's a Evangelion reference.
Oh, okay.
One of the better anime of the bygone era.
Shit.
And Mr. Dax is saying in Minecraft YouTube.
Yeah, in Minecraft.
Or Fortnite or PUBG, one of the battle royale games.
Yeah.
In a game called Life, you know.
But anywho.
In chess.
Yeah, in chess.
See, and I know how my sister is, and since she had children, I didn't tell her about it until years later. Boy, did she get pissed.
Like some people, what's the word I'm looking for?
Suck.
That's definitely a truth. Okay, and if you're lucky, they swallow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, they love blinds you. Like, oh, I love him, but he put me down the stairs. That's for the Stockholm syndrome. You know, that shit. I don't want to leave him because, I love him, but he clearly abuses you. Yes, I would like to buy a vowel.
But you don't see me. You don't see how he is when
he's so loving.
He's so sorry afterwards.
Yeah.
You can tell he loves me because he stopped using his full fist and it's now an open hand.
I told you, honey, this is very close to home.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. When it's a special abuse from the woman's side, it's more mental than it is physical.
Sometimes.
I mean, anybody can smack a bitch.
I say that because of having two different uncles that, because of being brought up of the whole not to hit a woman, were quite literally physically abused by their ex-wives.
Yeah, it happens.
I have a friend that's in the same boat.
And the funny thing is like, because of that, and what's funny is because like it wasn't the best of divorce my mom went through, and that whole thing, which is funny because her and her ex-husband get along now because, well, he kind of went to rehab in a way, except for what his was he had a bleeding ulcer and can't do the things he used to, so he doesn't party anymore. So he just occasionally drinks at home.
So him almost dying.
Kind of. And that whole thing, they get along, but it's like if I were somehow in a relationship where I were being physically abused by my female partner, I'm pretty sure that it'd be like there'd be a line of women in my life that would be like tapping on her shoulder, being like, I hope you can fight because we're gonna go at you one at a time.
Yeah,
we're gonna give you a chance.
Shit. That's a courtesy my family doesn't offer.
No. It's we're gonna give you a chance unless you're winning.
It started off with the game.
Well, I should say this. It'll come out to the whole thing is as long as I'm not the if it's she's acting in self-defense because I'm being physically abusive, then there's also going to be like the whole family I'm going to have to deal with. But I'm not going to be physically abusive to someone if I can help it.
Of course.
Again, if it comes to that, I was taught this. If it comes to where you're about to raise your hand against her, walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Leave. Like, just in general, go. Because if you're that angry, then clearly she did something to really piss you off.
Oh, yeah.
Leave. Like, don't come. Even if you have to stay, well, at the time, when my mom was alive, she would say, if you have to, come to me and stay here. Calm the fuck down. And then go back.
Yeah.
Like, don't put yourself in those situations. Like, so again, and you got a shit ton of female cousins. They will fucking do whatever you ask them to do because they love you. So I don't know. Some motherfuckers are crazy.
That is very true.
Like you start off, oh, I love you, and it's all sunshine and rainbows, and then you forget to load the laundry properly, and then it's bitch smack city.
Sometimes.
God, I need a
slap a hoe.
Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
Like, I try not to, Let me do a am I the asshole to cleanse my palate, because this one was a little dark.
You're welcome.
Thank you, James, for
taking us out for that lovely walk in psychological trauma.
Yeah. Let's see what this one is. All right. So, am I the asshole for not banning my daughter's bully from a family event?
I'm going to say yes based on the title.
Everybody else?
Could you repeat that?
Am I the asshole for not banning my daughter's bully from a family event?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so lost because it's just like
I'm trying to figure out.
So the bully has to be a family member is the only thing. So like if it's a family event, otherwise it'd be weird. Why the fuck was the bully invited in the first place? Like, unless you just have such a huge problem with your daughter because she's like a raging bitch or whatnot, and the bully's the only one who gets her to like calm down and not be a pain in the ass. Because she tries to destroy everything more than just leaving, those pesky shoe prints in the carpet.
I'm assuming the bully is a family member because that's the only thing that makes sense. And if the bully is, acting in that manner, I think it's perfectly reasonable to ban them from family events.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Give us some context, please.
This goes back a bit. My daughter Sam is 17. In the 4th grade, 9 years old, she was bullied by Emily. She would make fun of Sam's clothes and spread some rumors. This was 4th grade, so some of their classmates didn't want to interact with her. Anyways, we got to the bottom of it, and Emily got in trouble for bullying. This went on for a few weeks, the start of the school year, and was shut down quickly. The school did the right steps, and Emily left her alone. Emily had to give an apology also and 2 weeks of detention. After that, they didn't interact much, but Emily was civil. In the 6th grade, she gave another apology in the form of a letter. She started being friendly to Emily, but they never formed a friendship. She really grew out of being a bully and overall a decent person. She went on to be one of the popular kids in school, and I never heard a problem with her since. Only good things. They were both in senior year of high school. Sam's cousin started dating Emily in junior year. We are hosting an Easter egg hunt at the house this weekend. It's a general rule that family can bring an extra person. Sam's cousin is bringing Emily. I learned this today. Sam was pissed and told me to ban her from coming. I told her no, and an argument broke out. She doesn't want her bully at the event, and I told her this happened when she was 9 and that she needs to get over it. My other daughter is on her side, but the rest of the family really thinks it's time to move past this. It's been 10 years, and Emily has been nothing but nice since. Edit. She is not being bullied. I know this 100%. Emily has been nothing but civil or nice to her since the punishment in 4th grade when she was 9. Since people are asking for examples of the bullying from comments I've answered, Emily never did anything physical, sexual, or racial. She made fun of her clothes. Sam really liked bright neon clothing at the time. She got called a traffic cone when she would wear orange, for example.
Okay, that's clever.
The rumors
That's
were
a good one. I'm gonna have to remember that.
The rumors were she was colorblind since what she wore. She's not colorblind, just like bright colors that didn't match. Looking at all the responses, I will ask the cousin not to bring Emily. Well, I did that. I'm not hosting the event anymore. Cousin and Sam got into an argument after I asked. It was not good. Cousins brought up all the crap she did when they were kids. She was a big prankster as a kid. He told her that, well, I don't forgive all of your crap either. No one's gonna show up to the event at my house. It's happening at my sister's. Everyone is invited but Sam. The family exploded. I'm getting off this site because I listened to this subreddit. Am I the asshole?
Honestly, hearing more context, if it is being honest and things were back, everything was back from when they were kids. No, she's not. The daughter's being a raging bitch and being prissy and whatnot. Everything was done. She's been nothing but cordial, and her daughter's just being a petty, spiteful, grudge-holding bitch. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
I mean, it would depend what the bullying was, and from the sounds of it, it was typical kid stuff. Like if it had been like serious, like beating her up kind of thing, then that would be very different. But from the sounds of it, it was typical kid stuff. It was 10 years ago. I think the daughter should let it go, but I can understand why she doesn't want this person at the family gathering at the same time.
But the problem is that's her cousin's girlfriend. Like they're in a relationship. Like you.
That's a different. Yeah, it's not like they just invited her out of the blue to come to the thing.
No, but I think you could say. I mean, had it been more serious or more recent, I think you could very easily say, "Look, you're welcome to come, but Emily, I'm sorry, but Emily can't, given the history with whatever the other kid's name was. We don't want that kind of tension at the event. I'm sorry that she has to stay home." Like I could get that. I can see taking the family member's side over the non-family member, even if the non-family member is in a relationship with someone in the family.
If it was something serious.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, given that it was typical kid stuff, I think the daughter should let it go. But,
absolutely.
But if it had been serious, I could understand why they would why someone would want the family to back them up and not have
Mhm.
their actual bully, not just
I mean, I get that, and I think the OP is not the ass. I think Sam's the asshole for the exact same reason. Like it's you. The shit was when you were kids. All of y'all are
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
like you're basically adults now. You know, she
Uh-huh.
hasn't messed with you. Y'all haven't interacted much. Like from everything, she's been nothing but nice. She's dating a family member. She's dating your cousin.
Yeah. I
Let
think
it go.
I think the daughter needs to let it go. But yeah, I was just saying, had it been something actually serious, I would understand taking the family member side over the non-family member.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
given what it actually was, yeah, the daughter is in the wrong.
Yeah, this is
Some petty dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
yeah, seriously. When I was in 4th grade, people called me Indiangela Jones. It's not
How did you ever survive?
oh
yeah,
Lord.
exactly. I'm like, this isn't new.
It
This isn't
and
serious.
from yeah, and from what it said, she was a bit of a cunt too. You know, she pranked her cousin and he said, "I never forgave you, but I still deal with you."
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you were a bit of a bitch. You know, so I don't know. It's like your daughter's a dick. You're not the asshole. And for your fam and the family turned on Sam, your daughter.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah, when the whole family turns on you, it's like you probably ought to just been like, okay, I'm probably in the wrong. It sounds like
Yeah.
the daughter, like I said, is being a bit more of a prissy bitch,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and it seemed like it plausibly could have been the bully was just trying to knock a person down a peg because they were being a raging asshole.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what the reason was, what was described was fairly minor. It was like little kids being little kids. It's not something to hold a grudge into your teen years over.
and again, from what it seemed like, it was like you said, it was shut down almost immediately. It started for 2 weeks at the beginning of the school year. It got rectified. She apologized. She apologized twice. She
Yeah,
apologized after the initial event, and then she apologized in the form of a letter in the 6th grade. Like she must have really, hey, dude, I'm burning the hatchet. I don't. Some people just want. Maybe she wanted to be the center of attention, and she was just using that as an excuse.
could be. Yeah, that
Or
makes
maybe
sense.
she was bringing her boyfriend there, and she wanted all the attention for herself.
I mean, we'll never know
Oh,
those details, but the story as presented, I think the daughter's in the wrong.
Yeah,
let
it's a
sleeping
shame they.
dogs lie.
Yes, you resurrected. You're trying to resurrect something that shouldn't be resurrected. Sorry.
I got a quick one.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, am I the asshole?
Yes.
I accidentally gave my mother-in-law shroom chocolates.
Huh?
Stop it. No,
2 days
repeat the title.
ago,
Wait. Repeat the title.
I accidentally gave my mother-in-law shroom chocolates.
Oh fuck.
I'm assuming she's allergic.
No, she got
Uh,
high as kite.
2 days ago, my mother-in-law used the bathroom. While in there, she saw what she thought was a delicious Lindor chocolate bar poking out of my toiletry bag. Unable to resist, she ate about a quarter to a third of the bar.
Oh God.
Wait a minute. Wait. First off, wait. Pause. Why did you go in someone else's toiletry bag?
It's the mother-in-law. I
It
have
was
no
sticking
idea.
out of the toiletry bag.
Who eats
But
Who
who
just
goes
eats?
around
Go ahead.
who goes around eating stuff from other people's houses that they haven't been offered?
Yeah.
That is pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Okay. Third of the bar, correctly thinking I wouldn't mind if it oh shit. Correctly wouldn't mind if it was my chocolate, as I'm always willing to share.
Still, you ask first.
Yes, obviously.
Mother-in-law has a panic attack on the come up. No one has an idea what's happening and thought she was having a heart attack. She calls the ambulance while the rest of us are out of the house and checks herself into the hospital. Eventually, after much panic and drama and fear, we figured out what happened. Mother-in-law is rattled and having never done drugs, but is physically fine. Everyone's pissed at me.
So what was in the chocolate?
Mushroom.
Shrooms.
Magic mushroom.
Psychedelic room.
Psychedelic mushroom.
Oh, I thought you said shrimp. That's why I was saying she must be allergic because, like, I don't know why you cover a shrimp in chocolate, but I assumed. That,
You ever heard the song Alice in Wonder? One bite makes you bigger and another makes you smaller.
Mhm.
Exactly that.
All right. So now that I understand a bit better, yeah, it's totally the mother-in-law's fault for just eating someone else's food uh, for no like without asking.
Oh, I concur.
But who
Uh,
does that?
Mother-in-law, clearly.
I was gonna say that's awfully rude.
It is.
Overly entitled people.
I
I think
think you
bitch got
deserve
what she
everything
got.
you get.
I think she deserved what she got. What you get what you deserve. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Like that would be the same as like let's say hypothetically I'm allergic to peanuts. If I steal someone's Snickers bar and it makes me blow up like a balloon, that is in no way their fault.
Yeah.
That is entirely on me for first of all stealing, and secondly not checking what I was eating when I ate the stolen food.
Remember,
She couldn't resist the chocolate. Like she has to resist. Like does she go into stores and just eat the shit she sees without paying?
well, the daughter-in-law is always giving of her stuff, so she figured, well, she wouldn't mind.
Yeah, but you still ask.
I mean,
And you
that's just like if I happen to have some a cookie lying around and it's a special cookie and someone eats the whole fucking cookie,
oh god.
I have no sympathy for them.
No, none at all.
Like
You
Especially
never eat the
in
whole
this
cookie.
case, it was very clearly a hidden stash.
Yeah.
no, she went
You
looking.
don't
Like you can't tell me
know.
I went in the bathroom. I just saw it. No, you went looking for it.
Yeah, if it was, I can honestly say I can see a situation where she just saw like the bag wasn't closed and the candy bar
Yeah,
was sticking out. I can see that. I don't assume that it's okay for me to turn around and grab the candy bar and eat half of it.
Yeah.
but that does remind me of my brother's, I suppose, girlfriend, but they've got a kid together. But she bought like chocolate for my mum for Easter and then ate it, and then like gave her the like an apology instead. It's just like I did buy you chocolate, but I'm sorry I ate it. They're like, oh god, how do you do that with someone else's present?
You think she would have mellowed out after tripping balls?
Yeah,
No shit.
Pop the
Think about
molly.
how-
this one's coming in hot.
yeah.
Again, why did you do some dumb shit like that?
Because you're really, really dumb or really, really greedy.
I do think that just entitlement in general has gone way up in recent years. Like people just think they're entitled to things. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of a sign of the times.
Well, like it's probably like you said, like Angel said. Oh well, daughter always sharing, and they wouldn't mind. But again, you just ask. Like
Yeah,
again, you go into the stores and just I was so hungry, I just had to eat that whole bag of chips, without paying for it.
yeah,
Like,
no, it's straight up stealing. I've got no sympathy for the mother-in-law for getting sick.
Yeah.
and again, it's the peanut situation. If she would have eaten it, why? No one told you to eat the goddamn Snickers.
Yeah,
Like, no, you're not the asshole. That's a
not at
zero.
all.
The JC scale. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's a
zero.
zero.
That's a zero.
Fun stupid games get stupid prizes, in my
Right,
opinion.
exactly. I
Yeah, and you
still
should just be
can't
glad you
believe.
didn't have one of those like terrible, terrible trips.
Yeah.
Because that shit could have been way fucking worse.
Or it's glad she didn't have like an allergic reaction or something,
Mm.
and they were able to get her to the hospital.
Jerry, want me to do another one?
One more. That'll be it for tonight, and I'll start doing my show.
Okay,
Okay,
this one.
I was actually going to say I'm going to have to head out soon, but if this is the last one, I'll stick around.
Okay, this one came from Slate.
Oh Lord.
I think my husband is trying to poison me.
Oh God.
If only.
I suspect he's putting something in my coffee. I notice it smells funny, and when I drink it, my eyes get super puffy and swollen. I suspect he's also adding stuff to my lotions and bath products, which created a brown discoloration on my skin. Now I switched to drinking tea, having left decoys and shampoos in my skin products in my bathroom and hidden good products, my hair and skin improvement almost every night. Last month I purchased a small camera and hid it in my bathroom, but I think he discovered it and deleted the file, so I moved it to a new location and he's put something in front of the lens. I need help. I've been married to this man for 11 years. I don't know what to do and I'm freaked out.
You just stop being an idiot.
You need to go see a therapist. You're losing your mind.
Well, I mean, it all hinges on one question: is he in fact trying to poison her? If
Yeah.
he's not, then yes, she needs therapy. If he is, she needs to get the fuck out.
It's
I mean,
very easy to figure it out. You go get your blood tested.
Yeah, it's very easy to find out. I'm just saying, depending on which is the case, the solution is different.
I mean, okay. I'm about to say, if there could be a whole factor of reasons why, something could be wrong with your, like you getting brown discoloration. Maybe you're just naturally allergic to a new element in the product, because
Yeah.
Maybe
that
you're
shit happens all the
developing.
time.
Maybe you're developing a new allergy.
That shit happens too.
Maybe you just have weak genetics.
And then there also are cases where our taste buds change. Like, like your sense of taste change, and now you're noticing a different. It's starting to taste weird to you.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the same old cop. If he's honestly trying to poison you, then
Tell the police, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, tell police get the fuck out there. But if it's a change in your biology, then you're crazy.
Yeah, basically. I do think that it's problematic, as much as I hate to use that word, that she assumed it was the husband poisoning her rather than like just checking with a doctor to see what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
Like, Well, it could just be she's contracted some sort of illness. Like there's no reason to
Yeah.
think it must be my husband poisoning me. That doesn't make sense.
And then the camera, like she said, he blocked the lens. Okay, well maybe he don't want you to see him take a shit,
Yeah.
or maybe he doesn't know it's yours.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
you
two-part
put
answer
the
to this.
camera in a place where he usually puts his shampoo.
Yeah. All sorts of things. My gut instinct is saying she's paranoid, but I have to leave open the possibility that he is in fact trying to poison her. In which case, tell the police and remove yourself from the situation.
At the very least, she can go to the police, say I think, and then, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's only paranoia if you're wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or-
saying. It's like
Yeah.
if he is in fact doing something sinister, then the solution is very different than if she's just fantasizing this whole situation out of nothing.
And my
I
other answer to
think
this
she's-
is, go ahead.
I think she's also afraid that she might be fantasizing the situation, and that
Hmm.
if she does say something to the cops, she just blew an entire marriage out of the water because she's nuts.
Well, I think that's why, at the very least, before you get tested, go to the doctor, tell them what's going on, and if the diagnosis is, we suspect someone is poisoning you, then
Yeah.
you can take that to the police and say, look, I think something's going on with my husband.
oh well, she doesn't even have to go just get like I'm noticing a change. I'm noticing some weird stuff. Can you test me for some things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave it vague as possible. Well, not leave it vague, but tell you the symptoms and leave it like if the doctor say this is consistent with some sort of poisoning, or it's possible it can be developed naturally, but it's more often this, that, and the other.
Like whatever it is. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that it shouldn't be your first assumption that your husband is trying to poison you. Go to the doctor, tell them what's going on in terms of the discoloration, and they'll figure out a probable cause for it. If it happens to be poison, then yeah, absolutely, tell the police, and you've got at least some backing behind your claim if you've been to a doctor and their assessment is that you've been poisoned.
Okay. And my second answer to this is stop watching murder porn. Stay away from these fucking crime dramas. You're crazy.
That's
If you're crazy.
likely the situation. I would say it is highly likely that she's made the whole thing up out of nothing.
Look, I can't help it that I want to see Harold Perot solve a murder mystery. Miss
Yeah.
Marple is a goddamn hero. Like, I love Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie is amazing.
Like, she can't help it. She reads the Agatha Christie novel and it takes over her mind, and she now thinks that she's gonna die.
And I still say that book is called 10 Little Niggers.
Oh,
That was the original title. They never should have changed it.
Hound of Baskervilles?
Yeah, and
that's a completely different author.
the current title is And Then There Were None. It went from 10 Little Niggers to 10 Little Indians to 10 Little Soldiers to And Then There Were None.
Yeah.
One little, two little, three little, little.
Wait a minute. It's Hellcat went to bed. All right, it's good.
He's already gone.
Cam was not around, so we can use the Indian term. You ain't gotta say Native American.
When I was a kid, it was 10 Little Indians.
Well, that's an odd way to say it. Is a nigger with a hard eye.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, James. Read the response.
Oh, there is no response.
Oh, okay.
It was just an article for us to discuss.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me do my chill. I think I'm getting good at it. All right. So you can find Angela Arriaga and James Colley on and Ty Diamantis on Quippers United tomorrow night. Well, tonight. On at 7, right?
That's right.
And Gunsky I think his ban has been lifted. He can now stream on his YouTube channel.
I'm pretty sure he's able to go back to YouTube. I don't know if he's going to. He might just stick with Rumble out of spite. He's kind of like that. But there is a possibility either way. So pay attention to Twitter, and we'll keep you updated.
You can find Terry on Mr. Adams' Minion channel on Mondays. You can find him on Hammer's Minion show on Wednesdays. You can find him on Frosted Glasses, The Corner on Fridays. You can find him on Six of Silver stream.
Yep. Those don't have a set schedule. It's kind of just whenever he feels like streaming.
Okay. You can find James. He does the nerd out streams on Saturdays, some days. You want to do one this Saturday?
No, I've been a little under the weather.
Oh, okay. You can find Rotncorpse on Sundays with myself, Angela, and James Colley. We watch movies and then we do a review of it. Rodden, what movie are we doing this week?
Shit. I can't remember.
God damn it.
It's not The Boy in
Peggy
Blue
Sue got
because
married.
Peggy Sue got married, yeah.
All right, Peggy Sue got married. Okay. He also does his Talking Into the Void streams. When are you doing another one of those?
I don't know, because I know my next day off the gym is Thursday, and that's when Johnny has his night at the Minions. And if he's playing games or something, I might be joining on that one if it's the what the dub and stuff like that.
Maybe one day I can. Yeah, I'll probably do a what the dub someday soon. Set it up.
I thought about buying it.
I think it's on sale on Steam right now for like $4.
Wow.
I have no reason to buy it because the only time I would play it is with Johnny.
Yeah.
So I'll just let him host the game.
All right. What else? Angela, you don't do anything on YouTube aside from Quippers and this one and Rodden's movie reviews?
And sometimes James is Nerd Out.
And James is Nerd Out.
She's more like Terry. She joins streams.
Right now, I'm still just joining streams. I'm hoping to get myself up and out there within the next few months. I just need to practice some stuff.
Jump in feet. Clear what I'm doing. Just jump in feet first.
I have actually been tempted to stream like on my own channel from time to time, but I always decide no, screw it.
Okay.
My whole thing started just because of we're finally watching Get Out to see if it was, as like whatever racist or whatever they said it was, and it's like it's got a little bit in there, but it's not like everyone tries to say.
Yeah, it's not that much. It's an okay movie, but it's not like, oh my god, it's a masterpiece. No. As for myself, you can find me here on Saturday nights with the Midnight Show. I'm going to start streaming. I'm going to start doing video games. I'm going to start with either Gladius, an old Gladiator game from the PS2 era, or Cold Step. Haven't decided which one. I may even do a Saga for Frontier 2 at some point.
I think I do need to learn how to stream, just so I've actually got the option instead of just
If you've made a StreamYards account, bam, you're already there.
Pretty
Otherwise,
much.
if you have OBS,
Oh,
the only thing
I'm
you have
not
to-
gonna. I'm not gonna touch OBS. I'm not gonna learn anything that complicated.
It's not
funny
that
thing is,
complicated.
it's not that complicated. It's usually just people's computers being jackasses,
No, fair
Yeah,
enough.
pretty much.
or it's whether or not your internet can handle that. Because like Ranty Monkey does StreamYards because while his computer could handle it, his internet can't.
No,
Yeah.
my internet's fine.
Because like
It should be good.
I still don't understand why some of them, like when Johnny does the powwow streams or Frosted Glass doing the
The corner.
corner, and he uses StreamYards for the gathering of y'all, and then he broadcasts the rest of it on OBS.
Well, I think it's easier to do the StreamYards together, or everybody together, and do it through OBS because he can manipulate stuff a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, he could still do it very similar to how like I do it, or Sinatra and them do it for the AAA, to where they just use Discord.
Well,
Yeah, I think StreamYard's higher quality. It's got. I think it's got less latency because
I think for that it's also usually less. Oh god,
because I have noticed that on Discord it is a lot harder for me to like get heard because like people will talk over me because the latency means they don't realize I've started talking until they're midway through their sentence, and there's a lot more of that crosstalk. Whereas StreamYard is a lot better for that.
yeah,
I think it's
noticed that
also
too.
less resource heavy.
Could be that
Yeah.
too.
I prefer StreamYards. I can use my mic. I'm literally sitting here just with the mic off to the side and looking at the screen, and I can manipulate stuff instead of having to use my cell phone like a savage. So I like. Pretty sure I'm gonna use StreamYards for this stream. I can gather everybody together. I'm at some point I'm going to get a subscription so I can have more people and whatnot and do more things.
It all just depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. There's also the one thing that like James is used and Jack for Quippers uses.
Jitsi.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, I can't get that to work properly for me. But I'll look more into it. I haven't figured out an outro, so I'll cheat and use the minions. Parting words.
Mhm.
If you're passionate about something, consume it. Don't let it consume you.
Thank you, Sanguine, too.
Mhm.
I figured someone was going to use it, so I might as well not
I
do it.
would have if you didn't.
See?
James?
It's never just a tip.
Andrew?
Good night, sweet dreams. Have fun, but be safe.
Tybot?
I don't like pain. It hurts me. Thank you, Johnny, by the way, for that, even though you didn't hear this.
Keep your nose clean. If somebody keep your nose, keep it clean for you.
Mhm.
Oh, I got another piece of advice.
Okay, go ahead, James.
If
Lead
you
it
cannot
out.
be the man, be the man that holds the man's nuts.
Mhm.
Oh,
Good night, everybody.
Later,
Bye-bye.
folks.
good night.
All right.